Hi guys, Alex here from Drayton's. Here we've got an Audi A1 1.5 TFSI 35 S-Line Sportback, finished in Chronos Grey metallic paint. All the wheels and tyres are in very good condition. These are 17-inch 5 twin spoke design alloys. At the back, even though it is a small city car, you do get a decent sized boot. And the back seats will fold down if you need any extra space in there as well. There is a tiny bit of storage there, and there is some storage underneath the boot floor. As this car doesn't have a spare wheel, it's got an inflation kit, so there's some room under there if you need to store some things under there as well. This A1 will come with a full Audi dealership history. Inside, nice quality interior. So you've got S-Line sports seats, you've got leather on the sides and cloth in the centre. They hold you very, very nicely. Big bolsters on the side and the base to keep you in place, and they're very supportive as well. And that continues to the rear with the exception of the centre seat, which is full leather. Up front we have the new driver's display, so it's a digital display. You've got your rev counter on the left, speed on the right, your digital, your other screen in the centre, with your tabs at the top. So on here you've got various different things, your date, time, driver assist, short-term, long-term memory. Then we have your radio or media tab, so you can scroll through your radio stations or your tracks. And then you've got your telephone tab, so you can scroll through your contacts and make a call directly from there. It's nicely laid out, quality is good, very easy to read, and it's really a nice upgrade to the interior as well. It's a big difference from the previous A1, as this is the new shape, so it's a fully upgraded interior, exterior, and basically everything that's inside as well. Moving on to the screen, we've got the new screen again. It's all touch screen, nicely laid out, nice icons, nice and bright. We have your radio tab on here. We've got DAB, FM, AM radio. You've also got your media tab with Bluetooth, SD and USB as well. And we have your phone apps, so it's good to bear in mind you don't have sat-nav on this particular model, but you do have Audi smartphones, that's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can have your own phone screen on the screen in the car, and using that you can obviously use Google Maps or Waze or whatever it is you prefer to use, and that will show up on the screen. And you can also have your Spotify or your contacts, stuff like that on there. So it's a nice system to have, and I personally love this new screen, new infotainment system. It's very easy to use. All the apps are nicely laid out, nice and clear. We also have your car settings, so you've got your Audi Drive Select, so you've got efficiency, auto, dynamic and individual. So on individual you can set your drive system and your steering to different things. So the drive system is currently in dynamic, steering's in balanced. So you've got sharper throttle response from the dynamic drive system, but you've got lighter steering in the balance setting, so manoeuvrability is still very good. Dynamic setting is your sporty setting, so you've got sharper throttle response and heavier steering to give a sporty feel. Auto, the car will judge what it thinks the sort of way you're driving, so if you're on a motorway it'll change the way the engine's running and things like that. And efficiency is your more efficient mode as well. Also have your parking aid settings, so you can turn the rear volume up and down, so it's got rear parking sensors, not front, just rear. We also have your driver assist on here as well. So you've got lane departure warning as standard, which I'll show you in a second, and you can turn that on and off and have vibrations to tell you when you're moving out of lane. You've got your Audi Pre-Sense, which is pre-sense crash collision, and you've also got your speed warning as well, so if you go over a certain speed it will start shouting at you and telling you you're going too fast. You can set that to whatever speed you want, and you can also have it off as it currently is there. You also have your settings in your service on here as well, so you can change the little star button on the steering wheel, which I'll also tell you about in a minute, between traffic announcements on and off, and switch between radio and media. And we've also got your service intervals on here as well, so it has just been serviced by Audi, so you've still got 18,700 miles or 712 days at the time of recording. You will get a warning when that gets nearer to the time, whether that be mileage or the time constraint, but if you just want to keep an eye on it, then you can just check on here as well. we also have a little drop down here, so you've got your notification settings there. Also have your connection settings on the little Wi-Fi icon, and then you've got your sound settings on there as well. And you can turn the screen off if you don't want that on at all, but depends, each to their own on that one. And then we've got shortcuts, so you can set shortcuts on here, whether it be radio stations, things like that. You do also have messages and your settings on here as well. Moving down, we have single zone climate control. You've got heat, your fan speed and your direction as well as a heated rear windscreen. You also got Audi Drive Select shortcut button down here, so you can press that and it will scroll through the various drive modes, so you don't have to go through the main screen and faff around with that whilst you're driving. We also have your stability control and your engine start stop. Down here we've got a 12 volt socket, and you've also got two USB, well, you've got a USB and a USB-C charging port here, which you won't be able to see as it's a bit dark. But yeah, you've got a USB there, USB-C there, so USB-C is for the newer phones. They've got a different charging cable, such as your newer iPhones, your newer Samsungs, things like that. You've got your volume control there as well, and we have a nice 6-speed manual gearbox. The gearbox is very, very smooth, very nice to use, goes through the gears very well. The clutch is nice and light as well, so it's got enough feel to be to give a sporty feel, but it's not so heavy that in traffic your left leg's burning out when you're trying to clutch control and crawl. So it's nice, easy system, easy setup, nice, easy to use. And we've got a proper good old-fashioned handbrake rather than an electric one, which I personally prefer. Some people do prefer the electric ones, but me personally like having a proper handbrake. You've also got this aluminium inlays here, which are nicely textured as well. It's kind of like a sort of a snakeskin type texture. And then you've got piano black in the doors there, with leather on the armrests here. So moving on to the steering wheel, you have an S-line steering wheel with perforated leather grips on here. You've also got perforated leather on the gear selector as well. You have your controls for the screen in front on the left hand side with the view button to turn the centre screen off, and then you've also got the little scroll on the left, scrolls through all the menus, whichever one you be on. You have your volume controls on the right with your hands free. As mentioned, this is your special character, which you can choose to switch between radio and media, or turn traffic announcements on or off just by pressing the little button. Your lane departure is literally just on the end of the stalk there, and it will come up there when it's on, and then press it and it's off. You have a cruise control with speed limiter just on top there. Another extra feature on the new A1s as well. You used to have to get the cruise control extra and you didn't get a speed limiter, whereas now you do. And then we've got rain sensing wipers, automatic lights just on here, and heated and electrically adjustable wing mirrors as well. All in all, it's a massive upgrade from the previous A1, and it's a very welcome upgrade as well all throughout the car. This new paint's lovely as well, the Kronos Grey. It's a special, classed as a special paint, so you don't see many of them in this colour. It does have Audi warranty until March 2022, and we do have a range of finance options available, so if finance is something you're looking for, then we can help you out with that as well. If you need any more information on this car or any of the cars we have in stock, please go to draytons.co.uk. Thank you.